just how forgiving are modern day drivers in 2024 and how much have they changed from the last 15 to 20 years. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I have two Cobra oversized drivers, and as you can see, one of them's a little bit more oversized than the other. That's like me, marathon runner 2019, and that's me now, pretty much, is what we're going with here. But the funny thing is, so I got this from the guys at Golf Plus for Cash. It was like 40 quid. I'll put a link up here now. And as you can see, it's a gorgeous looking head. But back in the day, this was classed as oversized. It even says so there. Titanium, 9.5 degrees. And you can tell it's got lots of aerodynamics on there. You can tell it's designed to potentially just be the best driver of its time. I don't know what this is, like surely that's the most unaerodynamic thing in the world, but it also has an oversized stabilizing tip. Maybe that just answers my question about what this is. So we'll look at these two drivers, because obviously we've also got the Dark Speed, which is Cobra's latest and greatest driver, which tech-wise, it kind of puts it into perspective how far times have come. Movable weight technology in here, movable shaft technology, everything you pretty much would want. To me, this is oversized. This is the forgiveness that potentially people are going to be buying now. I've got them set on the same loft as well. So shaft length-wise, they're actually the same, which I can't quite get my head around. This must have been a really long one back in the day, and now obviously Cobra. They're all around 45 and a bit, I think. I should probably know that scientifically. But we're going to hit a couple out here, and we're also going to test these drivers in here in the studio to see just how much difference there really is between Cobra's most forgiving oversized driver 20 years ago and of course Cobra's most forgiving oversized driver in 2024. Guys, how much difference is there going to be both out on the golf course and here in the studio? Get in the comments below and let us know. And how much difference do you think there should be in price between these two clubs, both brand new and second hand from Golf Plus for Cash? There's no way on the God's earth that's forgiving. Really, because I like mini drivers, and that's like even a mini driver. Turning over a little bit, not my best golf swing, out of the toe. Gonna be really interested to see what the difference is in dispersion, but also the difference in distance, because the fact that the club head is so small, but also the shaft is the same length, means could we potentially get more club head speed with this? Because it's more aerodynamic, and we've got the same engine system and the same shaft length. And like really try and hit up on it, like that is a disaster in the making, isn't it?
Yes.
Realistically, but if you can really get that out of the mush, again, not too sure what we mean by that, but surely people would have just teed them up there, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
One left, one right. Let's get down there. Let's see where they are. Feel-wise, these do feel phenomenal. They feel really, really good. One thing I will say is that back in whenever this was released, the golf ball would have been different as well. So the golf ball maybe wouldn't have had as much ball speed, as low a spin rate, and as easy to keep straighter. So the really interesting thing about those two ball flights is I actually hit the second one, the older one, the oversized TI one. TI, remember him? Rapper. Anyway, I hit that better. It still had a little bit of movement to the right on it. That's going to be in the right hand rough. The first one, as you saw, was that toey dipping ball flight, and that's where I think drivers have become a lot more forgiving. We don't have twist face in here, where twist face may have potentially helped that one out a little bit, would have stopped the spin axis being so radical and moving over so much. But if I would have hit the smaller headed one that much out the toe, the ball speed drop off would have been phenomenal, and we wouldn't have got the carry distance we've got. I'm a huge believer that if you can get down there 250, 260, 270 yards, even with a bad hit, you're going to be in a better position to try and play the hole from there, because you're going to be closer, you're going to be hitting less club in. Even if you're in the rough, how much does that really matter on a lot of the golf courses we play as average golfers? Not so sure. And so guys, as you can see, even with a terrible toey hook, it was just over there in the rough, and the older driver is still probably 10-15 yards further back with a good strike. Let's jump inside, let's see what the differences in numbers are. Tee height for this one. You see, this is the thing, Bobby, isn't it? There's no point having a 1.6 inch tee for this bad boy. Imagine if this goes like 270. That one's not going 270. That's a high toey one, and I don't think forgiveness is the name of the game. Look at that, 220. 220 with the driver. I actually hit some really good ones with this in the second-hand mystery box challenge. Like that was a bit better. Go on, get up to 250. You think this was like 30 odd pound. Go on. Ooh, 240, going up to 250. That's the one. That's the one I've been waiting for. If that carries over 250, has it, just on the nose, 270 total. Excellent. If you can hit, and this is the thing, so this is classed as oversized. Back in the day, this was forgiven. That one, Bobby. We knew the club path was the issue. We were looking at the screen. Check this out. 269 carry. Go on! 292 total. 1800 backspin. All I did was look at the screen and I saw my club path was open, and then it all of a sudden wasn't open. So realistically, you just have to know what you're doing with this club. But you know what? There's something about just enjoying it, isn't there? And that's another. That's another. That is an absolute bullet. Go on. 262 carry. 285 total. We're getting there. $263, yeah. I feel like we've figured it out. We've figured it out. You have to hit it more on the up, and you have to swing more from the inside, otherwise you get no ball speed. I'm good from the inside there. Like ease of launch and ease of use. That was another pretty shoddy strike, to be totally honest. And it's a 260 carry. There we go. There we go. 285 carry, 165 ball. So I mean, this is the difference that you're paying for, isn't it? This is supposed to be a high spin forgiving driver. I've managed to hit, fair enough, slightly left, but an absolute knuckleball out there. 303. Oh. Oh. So easy to launch. That's my area there, Rob, just up the left. Can we hit this off the deck? We've found the fairway, 9.5 degrees, it's a full driver length, slightly downslope, so not idyllic, but, because this is the thing about a mini driver, isn't it? You can hit it off the fairway, but a mini driver obviously has more loft. He is not safe in that cab, is he? That's like your prime window. I wouldn't say it's bad. I think a 3-wood probably does as well, if not better.
It's fine, isn't it?
But it's a nice knuckleball. The spin rate on that would have been low, wouldn't it? How's your foot?
That was my knee, actually.
Was it your knee? Ooh. Okay, so very interesting numbers there inside. And once we got the old club going, you could actually start to get some really good distance with it. But the drop-off was quite noticeable if you didn't quite catch it out of the centre. The big thing here, and apologies for the audio at the start of this video, guys, Bobby's fault. So that's strike 2, unfortunately.
What was strike 1?
Do you know what strike 1 is? That's strike 3. But the thing is, guys, what would you do with the spare money you would save? Because I've picked the Cobra driver, the Dark Speed, because it is obviously the modern day 2024 oversized Cobra driver. You could go and get something a little bit cheaper. You could maybe go spend 80, 90 pounds, get yourself a 460cc driver head, and it's going to be a little bit more forgiving. But if you bought this for 40, 50 pounds, what would you do with the spare 400 pounds you would probably have in your back pocket? Would you go and spend it on lessons? Would you spend it on a holiday, a golf trip, maybe with your friends? Friends, Bobby, that's people you spend time with outside of your family. But also, what about, we showed you hitting this driver off the deck. It did okay. I wouldn't say it did miles better than a 3-wood would do, because I feel like this shaft's potentially a little bit too long to be able to control a shot from the fairway, especially on the downslope we were on. But teeing the ball up a little bit lower here, I do certainly feel like this is the answer to hitting fairways. Just trying to like poke them down there a little bit. And the feel that this driver gives you is gorgeous. Look at that for a ball flight, Rob. I'm going to say that's not carried miles, but it's going to run and run and run. So even potentially having a club like this in the bag for the summer, could you have this as your kind of mini driver? And if we do tee this up higher, like you would do for a modern day club, can we sort of get backed up behind this and get it turning over? Because if you can, that is the shot you can get. That feels better than any modern day driver that you can buy. I dare say it's probably carried 260, 265 yards. If I hit that shot with a modern day driver, which I'll try to do now, hopefully 270, 275. So a little bit of a difference, but the feedback you get from that and the sense of achievement you get when you hit that shot, low-key, I'm absolutely buzzing by that, by the way. That went a lot better than I anticipated. So let's try and get past it with the dark speed. I don't know why, but I keep turning this driver over out here on the golf course. That might even be lost, and that sort of goes to prove my point about these drivers. That's a lot of money to be looking in the nettles for your golf ball. That's better. And so guys, to round off, Bobby unfortunately didn't have the microphones plugged in once again. That's strike 4, he's going to the job centre, but as you can see, the Cobra driver, or the newer Cobra driver should I say, was a tiny bit past the older one, albeit in the left-hand rough. We did lose the other one, and we have 2 balls bang smack in the middle of the fairway with the 40-pound Cobra oversized driver. Guys, thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow, apart from Bobby, who you may never see again.
Good.